How do you pray for somebody who you feel has really, really harmed you?
So what, it's easy to sit there with the anger and the toxicity and the bitterness? That's easy?
Dear viewers, friendships in Hollywood can be dazzling, all smiles, champagne, and air kisses on red carpets. But behind the glitter, there are fragile egos, whispered betrayals, and wounds that no amount of public smiles can hide. And today, we're talking about one of the most surprising celebrity fallouts in recent memory, Meghan Markle and Oprah Winfrey. Yes, the two women who once sat side by side in one of the most talked about TV interviews of the decade are now, according to multiple sources, barely speaking. So how did we get here? How did a bond built on trust and mutual benefit turn into tension, avoidance, and dare I say it, quiet resentment? Buckle up, because this story goes all the way back to the moment Meghan Markle decided she was ready to tell all about life inside the royal family.
I was as surprised by the bombshell as everybody else. I was doing an interview to offer them a platform to tell their story about why they left. And that was my number one intention, was just clarity on why did you leave? And so some of the things that were revealed in that interview came as a surprise to me. And those surprises are now referred to as bombshell. But I didn't set out to do a bombshell interview. Mm-hmm. I set out to do an interview, have a conversation that would allow them to tell their story.
Mm-hmm. It's early 2021. The world is still gripped by the pandemic, but behind palace walls in London and Montecito estates in California, a storm is brewing. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have officially stepped down as working royals. The tabloids are relentless, the public debate is fierce. And Meghan, feeling cornered, decides it's time to reclaim the narrative. Enter Oprah Winfrey. The veteran interviewer, a woman with decades of journalistic clout and a reputation for getting the truth out of her guests, becomes Meghan's chosen confidant. At first, Oprah wasn't even sure Meghan and Harry would go through with it. Sources say Oprah gently probed the idea. Meghan liked the sound of having a global stage, but Harry needed convincing. It was Meghan who, insiders claim, worked behind the scenes to get Harry on board, reassuring him that Oprah was a friend, that she would treat them fairly, and that their side of the story would finally be heard without royal spin. And so the stage was set for one of the most explosive interviews in modern royal history. March 7th, 2021. Millions tune in worldwide. The setting is calm, a California garden. The lighting is soft. Oprah sits with her trademark notepad and piercing gaze. For 2 hours, Meghan and Harry unload on the royal family. Allegations of racism, claims of neglect, tearful revelations about Meghan's mental health struggles. Harry talks about feeling trapped in royal life. Meghan says someone in the family questioned the skin tone of her unborn child. The interview is an earthquake. In Britain, the monarchy is thrown into crisis mode. In America, Meghan and Harry become the ultimate celebrity whistleblowers. And Oprah? She soars. Ratings skyrocket. Clips go viral. Memes flood the internet. It was a moment that cemented Meghan and Oprah as a powerhouse duo, bonded not just by friendship, but by a shared history of breaking barriers and speaking out. In the weeks following the interview, Meghan and Oprah are inseparable. They're spotted at each other's homes in Montecito, they exchange gifts, they call each other sis in private conversations. But according to multiple Montecito insiders, the cracks started to appear almost immediately. Meghan began noticing something subtle at first. Oprah, in her usual casual way, would drop hints about Meghan and Harry in conversations with mutual friends. It wasn't full-on gossip, at least not in the beginning, but they were personal details, moments Meghan hadn't shared publicly. Then came little comments in interviews and casual chats with journalists, the sort of thing that made Meghan pause and think, wait, did I agree for her to say that? The real turning point came earlier this year. Oprah, appearing on a cheerful lifestyle podcast, shared an anecdote about visiting Harry and Meghan's estate. She painted the picture with a smile. They've got these ducks behind their house. Harry tries to catch them sometimes. It's just the sweetest thing. Now, to the casual listener, it's charming. It makes Harry and Meghan sound down to earth. But to Meghan, this was a violation. She reportedly saw it as Oprah taking liberties, revealing small personal details that were hers to share, not Oprah's. Because for Meghan, image control is everything. Every detail of her life is curated, packaged, and, if necessary, monetized. And this little duck story, no matter how harmless it sounded, was not cleared by Meghan herself. But, dear viewers, the duck comment was just the public tip of the iceberg.
What do you say?
I do not get into people's family matters, and everybody who has experienced some challenges in their families with in-laws or brothers or sisters knows how difficult some of those situations can be. And I'm sure that, for the royal family, it's no different. And nobody consults me about their family business, so I try to
Behind closed doors, Meghan had been hearing from mutual acquaintances that Oprah was saying even more details about their marriage, their finances, and their strained relationship with certain royals. Some of these conversations were, reportedly, in safe, private circles. But for Meghan, that's no excuse. The trust she once had was starting to unravel. And Meghan is not someone who forgives easily when she feels her confidence has been breached. August 4th, 2025, Meghan turns 44. She's at home in Montecito, California, the sprawling 14 million mansion she and Harry share, surrounded by lush gardens and ocean views. The birthday party is lavish but private. The guest list is tight. Serena Williams, Abigail Spencer, Tyler Perry, some close neighbors, all people Meghan considers safe. But Oprah Winfrey? Not invited. Not even informed. Sources say Oprah found out after the celebration had taken place, a deliberate and very loud message in the whispery world of Hollywood social politics. It wasn't a scheduling oversight. It wasn't about space. This was Meghan's way of drawing a line in the sand. Since that day, the distance has only grown. Meghan no longer refers to Oprah as a friend in public or private. They haven't been photographed together in months. Even though they live barely 10 minutes apart, they no longer pop by each other's houses. And, according to people in the know, Meghan is now actively avoiding situations where Oprah will be present. The reason? Control. Meghan reportedly feels Oprah benefited hugely from their interview. Her ratings soared, her relevance surged, but in return, Meghan feels Oprah chipped away at the carefully crafted image she worked so hard to protect. From Oprah's side, friends say she's stunned. She believes she's done nothing wrong, that every public comment she's made has been flattering or harmless. She reportedly feels Meghan is being overly sensitive, even paranoid, about casual remarks. And yet, the damage is done. In the close-knit, competitive world of Montecito's A-list, perception is everything. And right now, the perception is that Meghan Markle has quietly but decisively shut the door on Oprah Winfrey. Dear viewers, what's happening here is bigger than ducks and birthday snubs. It's about power, narrative control, and the transactional nature of celebrity friendships. When Meghan needed a platform to expose the royal family, Oprah was the perfect ally. When Oprah needed a career-defining interview, Meghan delivered. But once the mutual benefit faded, and once trust began to crack, the friendship's foundation couldn't hold. Now, we're left with two women, both masters of public image, silently battling over who gets to own Meghan's story. So here's the question I'll leave you with. Is Meghan right to cut off Oprah over what she sees as small betrayals? Or has she become so obsessed with controlling her narrative that even friends are now seen as threats? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because in Montecito, dear viewers, even the ducks are talking.